We are here united to stand together because of the impending threat to the justice system of our state, to our citizens, and to our communities. The justice system is at a tipping point. That's something that I have said in a number of speeches, but it is more true today than ever. Underfunding and budget cuts have left the courts, public defense, and the justice system as a whole short-staffed and overwhelmed by it. I'd like you to imagine that on July 1 of this year, the justice system stops handling cases involving shoplifting, trespass, worthless checks, traffic and ordinance violations, juvenile truancy, runaways, underage drinking, consumer credit disputes, property-related, and small civil claims. Imagine we take all that off the table because we can't do it. That is exactly what will happen if the suggested 10% cut to the justice system budget becomes reality. 500 members of the judicial system that I head, the court system in Minnesota, will lose 500 more people. If you have a 10% cut, 25% of the remaining public defenders in the state are going to be lost. That will force public defenders to concentrate on in-custody defendants accused of serious felonies crimes because there just won't be enough of them. Sustain a budget cut of the magnitude that the governor's office has asked us to look at. We're going to have to stop processing 21 of the 51 case types that the courts currently handle. Because our first priority is protecting public safety, conciliation courts will close, as I mentioned. There'll be no meaningful access to courts for unrepresented litigants with small but meritorious claims. If you think it's hard to get your damage deposit back from your landlord now, try doing it without a court system.
Our system of justice is founded upon the principle of equal justice for all. Without access to our courts for a wide range of cases, including crimes involving harassment and property damage, just to name a few that will be stopped, not delayed, but completely stopped altogether if further budget cuts are forced upon our courts. There will be no accountability for criminal offenders, and there will be no or much delayed justice in these and many other
I know that if other criminal justice agencies, such as our courts and public defenders, are not adequately funded, our entire system of justice grinds to a halt. It will be of little help for police to arrest offenders and for prosecutors like Jim and his colleagues to charge offenders if we just have to let them go because the courts and public defenders can't get to these cases in a timely manner. If we stop processing lower-level criminal offenses such as DWI and fifth-degree assault, damage to property, trespassing, traffic crimes, and others, what we in law enforcement refer to as gateway crimes, will have a negative impact on public safety.
Every day to get to my office, I walk through the federal courthouse where they have big letters on the wall in the lobby, equal justice under law. This is a promise to everybody in America, and especially it's a promise to poor people. But it's a promise that will not be kept if the judicial system takes an additional 10% cut.